Hello again. So in this video what I'm going to do is you'll have noticed but beneath the video on my blog there's the list of the ETFs that I always keep an eye on. Every day I'll scan those and using the strategies from the book I will trade those markets. Now a lot of them are highly correlated to one another. But in the next few videos I will be explaining how to run your correlation matrix, so you'll always know where you need to reduce risk if you get more than one signal and where you don't need to reduce your risk. But we're jumping ahead of the gun a little bit there, because what we first need to do is create the list, so we can very quickly just load into our charting software, and as with all the other videos in this series we're using Prorealtime. And then we can just very easily open up the list of ETFs, and then we can just scroll through them looking for our setups. So to do that, just log into Prorealtime, bring up the options box by hitting the tab at the bottom of your web browser, and then we want to go into display, click on lists, and then you want to set list. So just left click on set list, and we'll say new list, and let's call that our diverse ETF. Click OK, and then you just click on add securities, and then using the Word document that you were able to download beneath the video, you know all the ticker symbols for each of the markets you'll need to add to your list. So just click on keyword search, put in the ticker symbol, so GLD is gold, and that's automatically in your list, so you can go ahead and do that for all 40 markets, and once you've done that we can carry on. So I'm just going to pause the video and I'll populate my own list. Okay, so I've uploaded all those ticker symbols. Now I know it takes a little bit of time, it's a bit tedious, but you know, we're never going to have to do that again, because we're going to save our Prorealtime settings when we log out. So this list will always be available to us now each time we log in to the charting software. So once you've also filled in all yours, click on close. Let's get back to our charts. And then again, if you just bring up the options by clicking the Prorealtime tab at the bottom of your web browser, go back to display, click on lists, and there you have your diverse ETF list. Now all you need to do is just left click on the top chart, and then if your mouse is hovering over the list, you just need to use the scroll button in the middle of the mouse and just scroll down, and you can flick through all of the charts, and as you can see very quickly you can determine whether any of your setups have occurred. If so, you would just place the trade for the next day's open. And as you can see, it's just a very nice and quick way to scan all of these different ETF markets, which are going to help you keep a diverse portfolio. Now the next quick thing I want to illustrate is, obviously we can also create a list of our open positions. So let's say that we entered a trade in a stock. TQNT was one of the trades we would have made recently. As you can see, we had an absolutely lovely breakout signal, and then we've had a huge run up. But again, so if you had taken that trade on the 11th of February, you would just go to the TQNT chart, you'd right click, and you would add it to a list. But what you will probably want to do first is come to the bottom of the web browser, click on the Prorealtime tab, display, lists, and then if we set a list, click on new list, and this time we'll have open positions. And you can break this down into categories if you wanted, so you could have open breakout positions, open counter trend positions, open weekly positions, etc. But we'll just call this one open positions. Click OK, close that box, and as I say, you can actually upload markets to your lists just from the chart. So just right click on the chart, scroll to add to list, and we'll add that to our open positions. And again, you can slowly build up your entire portfolio of stocks all on one list, very easy to access every time you open up Prorealtime. So each evening you would simply come up to the options, click display, open your lists. In this little drop down box it gives you all of the lists you've created. You'd click on open positions and then you would have a list of all your open positions. As you did before, you would just click on one of them to bring the chart up, or you can hover the mouse over the actual list itself and just use the middle mouse button to scroll down. And all you'd be looking at then is to see whether any of the markets you had open positions in had closed beneath their stop loss. If they haven't, then everything's great and we don't need to worry about placing any orders. And that's about it for this video. I hope that's going to help you to kind of quicken up your trade management and your research process when it comes to finding diverse markets to trade. In the next video, it's going to just be very short. I'm going to show you how to upload historical price data from Yahoo into Excel. And the reason we're going to need to do that is because in the video following that one, we're going to create our correlation matrix in Excel. But to do that, you will need to know how to transfer price data into Excel to begin with. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching and take care.